All right, hello, STEM Coven, and welcome to day 13 of Mystical Practices for Your Logical Life. So, we're going to continue on with the elemental rituals that we've been doing for the last few days, and today I want to talk about elemental rituals for fire. So, obviously, fire is a little bit more of an intense element, such as that, like, it can be energy creating, or it can also be a powerful tool to help us release. So the first ritual that I like to do with fire is a release ritual, and I find that it's very helpful while I'm doing my shadow work. So when we do shadow work, we're kind of identifying parts of ourselves that maybe we want to keep hidden or we're not super comfortable with yet, or that we just kind of suppress. And once we've identified that shadow self, we don't look to get rid of the shadow self necessarily. We want to integrate it into our being as a whole and just find acceptance for all the different parts of ourselves, even those parts that maybe we've been told in the past were bad or made us uncomfortable. And as part of integrating that shadow self, when we've done some of the work to integrate and bring that shadow self in, I like to burn kind of an effigy of the separate shadow self. So you can do that in a ceremony or in a ritual where you create something. It can be something like a mask or something like just an example of whatever that shadow self is that now you're deciding to bring in and integrate into you. So just create something that's burnable, and of course start a fire in a safe way. And it could be something small, it could even be something written on a piece of paper that you decide to burn in order to release. You don't only have to do this with shadow work. You can actually release any kind of like old beliefs or thoughts that you're done with through fire ritual as well. Writing it down on a piece of paper, burning it in a safe way, and holding the intention that you're releasing it. The same way you would do with kind of like that separate shadow self that now you're deciding to integrate. You would burn the whatever your creation is that represents that separate shadow self, to say, okay, it's no longer separate, it's now part of you, and you're releasing that as separation from that shadow part. The second ritual that I like to do with fire is to just do some visualization or meditation or scrying, however you like to think about it. So what I do with that is just light a candle. And if I have a specific question that I'm meditating on, I would gaze at the candle and kind of let the flickering of the candle put you into a little bit of a trance state, right? And it helps to overcome that conscious mind, that mind that keeps you in judgment, and lets you get to a different place where maybe you could start to access your intuition, access the subconscious. And as you're gazing that candle, just hold the intention in your mind that you are asking this question and see what comes up for you. A lot of people get kind of like pictures that come up. They could be disjointed pictures. It might not necessarily be like a movie playing out for you, but you'll definitely see something, or get some sensation of a message that's coming through, or even if you just want to use your imagination and do a visualization for relaxation or with an intention to answer that question that you have asked. So using fire in this way is really fun. It can be really generative in terms of ideas, ways to move forward, ways to release, like I said before. So those are a couple of ways that I like to use fire. So if you guys are interested in incorporating some of this work into your personal development, I do have one-on-one coaching spots open. I would love to work with you on doing some of this work, so that way you can actually live into a life that gives you connection to both your inner landscape and create results in the outer world. You can check out my 3-month coaching program at the link in my bio. It's called Magic Maker. And if you have any questions, shoot me a message. All right, talk to you tomorrow.